According to Stephen Nathanson, proportionality retributivism is not going to suffer from the same problems as equality retributivism. So, for instance, remember one of the suggested problems with equality retributivism was that it condones and requires immoral punishments. However, proportionality retributivism is not going to require immoral punishments. The reason for this is that we can just leave the barbaric immoral punishments off of the punishment scale. There's nothing about proportionality retributivism that would require us to perform barbaric acts such as killing, rape, or assault when it comes to punishing the criminal. All that proportionality retributivism requires is that more severe crimes are punished with more severe punishments, and less severe crimes are given less severe punishments. But what a severe punishment is not going to be mandated by the crime itself. In other words, just because the criminal assaults his victim, that does not mean, according to proportionality retributivism, that that criminal should be assaulted. Rather, all that proportionality retributivism requires of us is that we punish the person who commits assault more severely than we punish the criminal who performs the crime that is less severe, say theft. Okay? So we could punish the person who commits assault with prison time, or a longer amount of prison time than we would maybe assign to the thief, the person who commits theft. And that would be morally just and appropriate according to proportionality retributivism. So again, we can avoid the immoral punishments simply by leaving them off of the punishment scale. The other problem that was suggested in regards to equality retributivism is that it didn't work for all crimes. And again, I think that proportionality retributivism avoids that problem. Proportionality retributivism can make sense of the appropriate punishment for any crime. And again, the reason for this is because it does not require the exactly identical act in punishment as the act performed in the crime. All that there needs to be is a proportionality between the crime and the punishment. So, for instance, drunk driving will have a clear punishment, and that punishment will be more severe than the lesser crimes and less severe than the more severe crimes. And that's all you have to do in order to determine the appropriate punishment for that crime. So you won't run into the problem of it not making sense of how to punish the criminal. It will always make sense how to punish the criminal because we are creating and constructing the punishment scale based on proportionality. And as long as we don't violate that rule of proportionality, then the punishment will be deemed just.